Now, next point of conversation. I think this has been the most active team in all of NFL free agency. Moving on to football, our true love. The Pittsburgh Squealers, baby. Jim's favorite team. I'm a Ravens fan. I'll live and die for my Ravens. They're the Browns. We represent the AFC North well, except the Bengals. And let's break down Pittsburgh a little bit. Their offseason has been so active to where I don't even know what the Pittsburgh Steelers are anymore. The minute Big Ben left, I feel like they lost their identity and they've just been trying to sort of figure it out. And also the whole identity tore down the minute Chase Claypool and Juju and Antonio Brown, they got on the TikToks and stuff like that. Then it just went, they came from being this tough-nosed, scary defensive football team to being the TikTok guys, and I really think it had a long-term effect on the team. But now, the Pittsburgh Steelers are basically the king of the old heads in the NFL. So, we got the king of the old heads, Aaron Rodgers at QB, which could be a long discussion in itself. We also have Jalen Ramsey, who just got recently traded. They got rid of Minka Fitzpatrick, which is fascinating. We'll break down that a little bit. Darius Slay, DK Metcalf, getting rid of George Pickens, all these factors. So right away, Jim, I just want to ask you as a diehard Pittsburgh Squealers fan, what do we think about all these moves collectively? And then we'd go and break them down individually.
Well, all right, let's just say this. The Steelers are the best franchise in NFL history for one reason. They play great defense. They invest in that defense. They know what they're doing. But, recently, the teams that have spent the most on their offense, Chiefs, Rams, Bengals, these teams have seen success. Eagles, these teams have seen success with putting the money in their offense. Is it going to come back to hurt us? Maybe. But, we got Jalen Ramsey, and we're putting, if you guys saw that he's going to play safety.
I did not see
We're
that.
practicing him at safety.
Only safety?
No, he's both, but he's going to split back and forth.
He's getting too slow.
To make up for the Minka thing. Because Minka last year was not great. He was not a great guy. So the Dolphins kind of lost that trade. And we got Jonnu Smith in that trade.
And you did get Johnny Smith.
Wasn't he an All-Pro?
That's a big signing.
Yeah.
Jonnu?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
But he was a core component of their offense. They didn't have Jalen and.
But we're paying both Jonnu and Jalen more as a Steeler than they would have made this year as a Dolphin, which isn't good for the whole T.J. Watt situation. Because he wants to be the highest non-paid quarterback in the league. To get Miles.
Yeah, which is not going to happen.
It's not going to happen, unfortunately. I'm actually crying inside.
Yeah, and I want to mention this as well when you break down the defense. The Steelers have spent $178 million of their cap space on their defense this year.
Wow.
$178 million. So let's put this in reference to where the other teams are at. The number 2 team is the what team do you guys think it is? One guess.
On defense?
Yes.
I would say I don't even know, the Bears.
Terrible guess.
I don't know.
Number 2 team that spend the most money?
On defense.
You go, James.
I'm going to guess the Browns, just because they just gave
That's
Myles
a good
Garrett
guess.
that
That's a good
huge
guess.
deal.
I have a second guess. The Broncos.
Yeah, Gino,
No, that's a great guess, Pat. Search in.
They are up there. I will say that.
Dude, I have no idea.
It is the Green Bay Packers at $152 million.
They ain't doing it right.
So $26 million less than the Steelers. So the Steelers are paying ridiculously more on their defense than every other team in the NFL. So on the one hand, it sort of reinforces their identity, and another big component of that is I'm pretty sure they got Aaron Rodgers at a discounted contract. Owen, can you look that up for me? Aaron Rodgers' contract.
It was
Thanks, Jamie.
He got $20 million 1 year.
Okay, never mind.
12 guaranteed or something like that.
So $20 million, 12 guaranteed, that is nothing for a quarterback in the NFL. So that's a big component of it. So they have more to spend on the defense, and they're sort of in a win-now situation. So I do understand that.
They paid DK a lot.
DK, huge contract.
Big.
Huge contract. What is it, 4 or 5 years? $125 million, I think it was.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
I don't either.
I don't know about that
I don't know
one.
if he's still in his prime or not.
The average age of their off-season signings is 32 years old.
32 years
Yeah.
old in the average, and they signed multiple veterans. We just talked about the big ones. So let's just start with the biggest accusation to start. We got Aaron Rodgers, everybody. So, Aaron, what do you think about him as a signing?
I think it's good. I think what the Steelers see is right now, they're like a 9, 10, 11 game team, like team wins. So they're going to try and like put it all out there and see if they can get it this year. And if they don't, they're already in a situation where they kind of have to rebuild. So it's kind of like a win-lose situation no matter what.
Yeah, I agree. I think that the Minka trade was good. Just upgrading on offense too. I think they just want to go all out and see if it'll happen.
I mean, we went 11-0 one year just because of our defense.
That's true.
We
Yeah.
did.
Personally, I think Aaron, I think if he was going to keep going with his career, he chose the right team to play with.
Right.
Because this is the team that gave him the highest chance. He went to the Jets last year. That was a disaster.
Yeah.
It was like, and they loaded up the Jets a little bit with veterans, only it was more low-key veterans than sort
But
of
like
the
they had
stars.
young guys like Sauce and Garrett. Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
But he brought a lot of Green Bay dudes and some other veterans went there, like Tyrone
Yeah.
Smith and stuff like that. And they went there for like
Cobb.
1 year. Yeah,
Devontae.
Cobb. And it just, nothing happened. I think the same thing is sort of going to happen with the Pittsburgh Steelers, only I think they're going to be a little bit better. But, I mean, dude, that offense
But let's just
is, you look at that depth chart and you're like, I don't even know most of these people.
right.
You don't even know most of these guys. Most of these guys are on rookie contracts. And, you know, I just don't see the chemistry. I just don't see the playmaking capabilities. Their main problem last year was offense. And what did they do in response? They hire a super old quarterback and get hurt at any moment and cost the entire season. And they don't give him pretty much any weapons. I mean, they upgraded George Pickens a little bit, but that was the extent of it. Even the running back position, Jalen Warren is good, but he's not an all-down
He's
back.
not.
He's not. He's a complementary back to a guy like Najee.
So who is your RB2?
Didn't we just draft a guy? I can't.
Ooh, not a big Steelers
I was gonna
fan.
ask who your
you
RB2
got
was.
Caleb Johnson.
Caleb
like
Johnson.
the second or third round, something
Yeah.
like that.
And then I
Where's
was
he
gonna ask
from?
also, who's your QB2?
Oh, Will Howard.
Well,
That's what I was
true.
gonna say. Even if you are right, even if Aaron Rodgers is a bust for us, imagine being able to be coached up. Because Will Howard is built just like Josh Allen, like the exact same height and weight.
Stop. I don't like these physical. I don't
But
like
let's
that
just-
stuff.
If he can get coached up by an all-time great Aaron Rodgers, just like to have his mentality like in front of him and be in that QB room, that's a good future for the Steelers. Like we're not going into a rebuild. We're in the middle of a rebuild. We are.
I don't understand like what's the difference between like a Will Howard and like a Will Levis. Because Will Levis was a freak athlete coming out of college. He has the cannon of an arm. Freak athlete, but he's pretty much exactly like a Will Howard, right? But in his decision making was never there in college. It's not there in the NFL. Why is Will Howard
Because Will
an
Howard,
exception to this? Like, why does everybody love Will Howard and they're treating him like he's a first round pick when he's drafted in the 6th round?
Because we're not doing what every other team always does and fails. We're not just tossing a kid in there to experience the NFL in week 1, and we're letting him like develop under an all-time great. And Will Howard is an athletic guy. He can run, he can move, he can make smart plays. Like, he did really well at Ohio State.
Hey, look what happened to Jordan Love. He sat behind Rodgers for what, 2 years?
Yeah.
He's pretty good now.
Yeah.
He did well at Ohio State, but he had the best offensive weapons.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, he
Like,
did.
That's
It
what I'm
couldn't have been hard.
saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't even think he'll be better than. I think he's like Will Levis. I think he's like a Will Levis, and I hope he proves me wrong.
I think
He's
Will-
very entertaining. I think he's a great person. I like the way. I like him as a leader a lot. Like I like
Yeah.
the way he's commanding. I like the way he carries himself. I saw him in the John Gruden talking in the quarterback camp. Like I do like him as an athlete and stuff, but do I think he's like a big time NFL quarterback someday? No, I really don't. That's my opinion on it.
I think he has like the work and dedication for it.
Yeah,
Just-
he is a Steelers
just-
mentality.
Just
What do
depends
you-
on the situation.
Do you think his ceiling is Will Levis? What do you think his ceiling is if you had to compare?
I mean, he has a high ceiling just
Josh
due to
Allen.
the athletical attributes. He'll never be Josh Allen ever.
I don't think.
We can't compare every athletic 6'4", 6'5" white guy to Josh Allen.
Josh Allen
That's
was
what we do
judo.
every time. But we do it every year. We do it with Lamar and we do it with Josh Allen. Any white quarterback that's tall and athletic and like big arm,
Yeah, I think
there's
good.
suddenly Josh Allen, and then any quarterback that's real quick and shifty, it's like, oh, this guy.
And how
has
many
the traits
times
of
are they the
Lamar.
exact same size as Josh Allen?
Yeah.
I think Josh
Dude,
Allen's.
I'm telling you, these comparisons happen every year.
I think he's special. I mean, I don't think you can compare anyone to Josh Allen.
Well, no.
Coming out of
That's the
college
ceiling.
though, they
I
had
don't think
similar
it's a ceiling.
attributes.
I don't know about that. That's really hard to say. I mean, Josh Allen's an MVP.
Will
Oh,
never
yeah.
really ran as
He
physical
shouldn't
as
have
Josh
been.
Allen too.
Josh Allen shouldn't have been the MVP, but
We won't talk. That's off topic. That's off topic. We're not going on the Josh Allen tangent. I will keep going. I will keep going. But next move, Jalen Ramsey. So let's break down that trade a little bit. Owen, can you look up that trade? Don't show it on the screen. Just tell us.
So last season,
Jalen Ramsey.
Ramsey came back from an ACL tear, right? Didn't he come back mid-season, or was he fresh? I'm pretty sure didn't he tear his ACL? I'm pretty sure he was in there.
Dude, but he's had bad injuries. I mean, Jalen, I know he's only 30. It feels like he's been in the NFL forever.
Yeah, it does.
He's been one of my favorite cornerbacks. I love the way he plays with swag and all that stuff.
Tony Brown's his father.
But that, oh, dude, that was sweet back in the day. But Jalen, the way he plays corner, he's so physical, which is why he would be a pretty good fit at safety. But he gets hurt so much due to the way he plays and how much he's put on his body. I mean, I remember when he tore his ACL. Okay, so we have Jalen Ramsey traded and exchanged. They read. Okay, so basically just Minka and Jonnu for Jalen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you get rid of that one.
And a 7th round.
So yeah, Ramsey did come back. He did miss some time. He had a meniscus tear.
Slight.
So
This guy tore both of his shoulders during that Super Run, during the Rams. Hurt his knee in the following year.
yeah.
His
He's
body's
moving
given up on it. It is what it is. It's football. He had a great career, and I don't know. Minka's still fairly young, still fairly in his prime. I don't really understand why they would trade him.
He had a really bad film last year, Minka. Like, he was slow, he was getting beat over the top, and at safety, like, I mean, yeah, the Steelers, the way that they make their safeties play, like, safeties like Minka and Troy, like, they had them come down a lot into kind of like that middle linebacker area, like, to start there and then play catch-up, which, when your guy's getting slow, you shouldn't do that, but Jalen Ramsey, he's quicker than Minka is right now, like, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it is sort of natural for some cornerbacks to switch to safety as they get older and slower. That's natural.
Yeah.
I just hope he's not another Pat Peterson for the Steelers, because that was terrible. That was so
The
bad.
Pat Pete experiment.
He should have been
It,
retired.
seems like they're just really going all in this year.
That's
Signing
right.
these older guys.
I mean, if they are, that means they're going to sign TJ Watt.
I mean, think about this too. If you have Jalen, if you get that good year, a really solid year out of
with Rodgers too.
with Jalen and Rodgers, I mean, Jalen's a captain. He's going to be a leader of the
Yeah.
defensive back. So now they have a leader in the back end, and Jalen, and they have a leader in the front end, and TJ. So we got two. You know, the Steelers' defense might be the best in the NFL behind the Baltimore Ravens. Next season,
I don't know about that.
dude,
I don't know. Are we forgetting somebody?
the Baltimore Ravens are 100% better than the Steelers in defense, like everywhere.
I think the Eagles are at least better than the Steelers.
Okay, Okay,
The Eagles-
Ravens,
Come on.
Ravens, Ravens, Eagles, Steelers. We'll put the Steelers down there.
So wait. Okay, I'm not
Who on the
gonna go with
defensive
that.
line is better than Cam Heyward or TJ Watt from the Ravens?
Oh, dude, I'm blanking on his name right now.
Then it doesn't matter.
Justin Madubuike.
He's not better than either of
Madubuike.
those.
He had a different name. I'm sorry,
Cam Heyward is still a
Madubuike.
top 3 defensive tackle in the league.
He is not better than
Numbers,
Madubuike.
yes he is. He was
No, he's
All-Pro
not.
last year. He was first-team All-Pro last year.
He's not better than Madubuike. Dude, they give Cam Ward all pros like it's nothing. There's only like 4 good D tackles,
nothing.
so they just hand it to him whenever.
Yeah,
they
and he's
don't
on the
know.
same caliber. He's not as good as Chris Jones. Okay?
Yeah, Chris Jones number 1. I agree on that.
But they're closer than you think, dude. Like, nobody on the Ravens D-line is better than either of those two guys.
Madubuike is so much better than Cam. Cam's good at run stopping.
All right, can
He's
either
a
of you
big old
guys
run
back this
stopper.
up? Can either of you guys?
I don't know.
Madubuike is like a baby Aaron Donald, dude.
The Madubuike is
Yeah.
a beast.
Madubuike is a
You
beast.
can't use the word baby to call a guy really good. I'm sorry. Sorry, you can't do it for me.
Hayward's
Unless
getting
it's
a
an
little
Aaron
old.
Donald baby.
Yeah, you can be an Aaron Donald, but nothing wrong with being an Aaron Donald, baby.
No, they're both really good. I honestly couldn't tell you. What's their overalls in Madden? Look it up. On.
Look it up. The overalls in Madden.
We'll see what the NFL.
No,
EA Sports
Madubuike is
thinks.
for sure going to be higher than Cam. Cam
That's what I
Heyward,
think too.
He's
and
old.
Cam Heyward is a superstar dev every year in Madden. What warrants him having a superstar development every year when he's old?
He's a dog.
Okay,
So what?
Hayward's a 93.
Hayward's a 93. Madubuike's got. I bet you he's a 92.
I don't know how to smell that.
I'd give him an 89.
Cam Heyward's a 93.
What's his first? Oh, Justin.
Yeah, he went down this year. Still being first team All-Pro.
What are we looking at? Madubuike is one of the most underrated players in the entire NFL, though.
He is. He does not have like a
He's-
big name at
He's
all.
so underrated.
He
Like,
has
that's
an
about-
overall rating of 90.
It's because he's too young.
Woo.
It'll be up there. It'll be up there.
3 overalls is a lot.
I highly.
Wait.
They gave him the veteran advantage.
Yeah,
they do
okay.
that. They
They
do
do
that in
that.
Madden too. That's why Kelsey's a 99. Kelsey
Yeah,
ain't no
Kelsey
90.
should not be
He
a
ain't no
99.
99 anymore.
He should not be a 99.
I don't know. This season it'll be close because Cam's not getting any better. You know.
But he never gets like
Madubuike
worse.
is-
He just stays the same.
Fine
dude.
wine, baby.
One of these
Yeah,
years he
can't
will.
win.
One of these years. He's how old is he?
I'll
now?
give it to
He's
him.
like 37.
Yeah, he's
he
old.
is.
He's
Yeah, him and Chris Jones, they have not gotten worse for like 8 years. They have stayed the same. Cam Jordan was like that too. I think Cam
Yeah,
Jordan
he
went a
was.
little bit down.
Aaron Donald's very consistent through his
Yeah,
career.
he was
Yeah, but
36.
he's his own beast though.
Yeah, no, I think he's really one of the best.
36
Can't
years
imagine
of
playing
age.
NFL football.
You said how old is he? 36?
Yeah.
He's big. He's like 300 though. He's a big old boy. Plays
Mhm.
both end and tackle. Okay, I think that is mostly what I wanted to talk about in terms of the Pittsburgh Squealers. Does anybody else have anything to bring up about Pittsburgh?
What's your guess on their record this year?
Oh,
Wait, let me hear you guys' guesses first.
9 wins.
they're not getting more than 6.
That's a
Oh
crazy
my
take.
gosh.
I'd say 9 or 10.
I'm
Healthy
saying-
Rodgers, healthy Ramsey. I think they'd get 11 or 12.
Yeah.
Well, we have a lot of people coming back. Dude, Roman Wilson is a dog from Michigan that he didn't play last year because he got hurt, but he's coming back just as fast. Calvin Austin's a pretty quick cat, dude. Jack Sawyer to go with Patrick Queen in the middle.
Did you bring up Calvin Austin as the second dude? Is that really like the
As our third receiver, and he's fast as heck.
He was
Dude, I saw him in person. I'm bigger than that guy.
Okay. And Tony Brown, you're bigger than him too.
I'm not bigger than
Calvin Austin last year. He was.
I don't know.
They were fighting for wide receiver 1 because Pickens was hurt. I forget who it was. Austin and somebody else, but he did nothing. I remember.
I mean,
I picked
yeah.
him up
Dude,
on.
dude,
fantasy
No, that's a
and
terrible
everything.
pickup. Yeah, I should
We
have
were
asked.
doing, me and JR, we went to a Browns Steelers game, and we were trying to bet on like receiving yards for like one of the receivers, and like none of the receivers had, the biggest over was like 30 yards for their number 1 wide receiver. Like no receivers had over like 30 yards.
Yeah.
And we were just like, what type of offense is
Yeah.
this? We're like,
Yeah.
The same offense that chose to put
I
Russ
mean,
over.
that should change though with Rodgers.
you know
Yeah,
what I bet?
definitely should.
You know what I bet on to get
Probably
19
GB.
yards, over 19 and a half yards? Calvin Austin. Calvin Austin,
And he did not.
he did nothing.
Yeah.
They did nothing the whole game. The Steelers' offense is atrocious.
He's literally just a drag runner. Like all he runs is a drag.
This is why I'm predicting.
Yeah, he's big.
My main prediction
It's 11.
is that the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to have a very bad year. I think the media is going to be all over them. I think the AFC North, they're going to lose both games. The Ravens could lose both games to the Bengals would be an interesting one because the Bengals' defense is atrocious. But
If
I
any
don't think
Steeler-
they're going to win as many games as we think. I think this is like the bad year for the Steelers. Rodgers could demolish the Steelers season. It like everything is reliant on that dude. And then you have Jalen Ramsey on the other side
Is
of the
he
ball
gonna
too.
still be better than Kenny Pickett when we still went over 50?
Not
With
if
500?
not if he gets hurt game 5.
And then Will Howard comes in, he's still gonna be better than Kenny Pickett. Let's just, all right. Steelers fans, if you are watching, I know you're curling your toes right now because we have to hear this every offseason. Every offseason, AFC North fans want to act like we're gonna be last in the division.
I swear every time we talk about the Steelers, Jimmy's blood pressure goes up.
Do you think there's like a Steelers fan on like the other side of the camera, just watching Jim, just like, tell him, Jim.
Yeah, tell him, dude. Tell him, bro. Get in the comments. Somebody get my back.
There's just like
serious.
there's a terrible towel like right behind him, and he's just like, tell him, Jim. These boys are ready for us Steel Town.
I'm coming steel dripped out next week when we film.
You probably should. You can wear like
Yeah, they
the
wear
super ugly Steelers, like the bumblebee things.
If I had that jersey, dude.
They had to design those strictly as a joke. Okay, let's not go too off topic on the Pittsburgh Steelers. I have